Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mark Revel coming to you from Chicago as usual. I had a busy day. I had a nice chat with my dad. Shout out to my dad. Hey, Big Mike. Anyway, let's do this thing. I got a good clip from MGT and some good stuff from Zach and I believe Brecken.
Sure.
Zachary Beckes.
All right, so Mr. Beckes is here on a charge of possession of controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than a gram with a $2,500. Your permanent attorney is the public defender's office. This morning, Ms. Quevedo from that office is going to represent you. She's going to try to convince me to lower your bond. Then I'm going to hear from the prosecutor, Ms. Calhoun, then I'll make my decision. Go ahead, Ms. Quevedo.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Calhoun, you won't agree to a PR bond on
We
this
need to
case?
talk. We need to talk about this one because he's on PR bond on something else right now.
Okay. He doesn't have any money to post, Judge. He is at the rescue mission. He's been here since '09. He works for Super Good Movers. He has friends here in El Paso. He has no money to post, so we are asking for a PR bond.
All right, Ms. Rivera, I show he just got a PR bond on 7-3 on another possession of controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than a gram. What can you tell me?
Maybe an OSAR screening then, Judge?
Oh, hold on a second. Let me see if he even bothered to report.
Thank you, Judge. The defendant has not reported since he was released on that PR bond.
For the time being, denied. Thank you. You guys come up with a better safety plan.
Mr. Beckes, what happened? Why did you not report?
Because I was in the middle of moving from the OC to the rescue mission and getting into the drug program.
That's
Oh,
not an
good Lord.
excuse. And what happened to possess no illegal drugs or alcohol and commit no new offenses?
This
Hello.
was really like,
No. Your attorneys are
You're-
going to try to work something for you,
You're-
sir. Maybe we'll revisit it later on. Go ahead, Ms. Kevin. Whatever you have to say.
You're doing the drug program at the
Right.
rescue mission?
Yes, ma'am. Just started.
Judge, would you consider giving him another opportunity?
Not until you guys come up with a safety plan. Thank you.
I mean, there's not really a safety
Well, I
plan
mean,
that can,
He was supposed to.
there's no real safety plan for
And
I know.
for
He
drugs.
was-
Yeah, without getting into further detail, there were drugs involved that people were giving to me that ended up being glue. Like I smoked some glue and stuff. I thought I was smoking crack.
OSAR screening.
he
I
was
just got a phone too.
Again, that's not an excuse, sir. I mean, you're at the shelter. You have to report. Use the phone from there. I mean, that's not an excuse. That's everybody tries to use that as an excuse. I don't buy it. Your attorneys will work on your case. We may revisit it later on, but for the time being, denied. Thank you.
Mr. Bex, your attorney will see you in the next day or two and we'll set you for another bond hearing, okay?
All right.
Judge, you could have given him another chance.
I mean, if he was just not reported, okay, but picking up new charges, I mean, and not reporting, I mean, come on. We need to look at it a little bit further. All right, sir, what is your name?
De la Cruz. I'll be going to the next floor, Judge.
Officer, go to the floor with the
Oh, she's trying. It's kind of cute.
Spanish speaker. Mr. Cifuentes is here, okay? Thank you.
Okay, yes, sir.
Judge,
Yes.
I'm gonna make you frustrated, but I would like to ask you to reconsider on Mr. Beckes.
Not yet.
Judge, he's
I'm
at the
gonna-
What part of no do you not understand? Oh, but she is charming about it.
rescue mission. Like, we know that it's
I know, but I mean, this guy's. I mean, I will reconsider at the subsequent bond hearing, but no, today I'm not. Okay.
it's a PG-1 case.
Yes.
He's at
well,
the
well,
rescue
we are on
mission.
another PG-1 case. What else too?
Right, it's drugs, and he's now
exactly. So-
in
so-
the
So go get arrested, come back, get arrested, come back, get arrested, come back. At some point in time, enough is enough, Ms. Quevedo. Okay. Well, we might
people
reconsider.
can't let go of drugs on their own.
I'm not. Okay.
I just remember from the original bond hearing that I didn't interview him this morning, Adam did,
I don't know what happens, but stay strong, Judge.
but I remember he was just very, very gentle.
I will reconsider it when at the next bond hearing, but no, right now, I'm not going to do it.
I think he just needs the help. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, okay. I need you to go down 1 floor to the 5th floor civil department and have them help me with the paperwork for a show cause, okay?
Oh, we're back with Judge Simmons. I don't know what we have going on. I don't know what we have going on, but the last one was a late night, but we had some moisture and some cock. We got through it, but it was fun. She hated the landlord and she hated the tenants worse.
Tell them you need to file a show cause.
Okay. Thank you.
That's it for now.
I have to say something. You were sharp and you were fair.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Last one, Carolina Flats. Okay. Carolina Flats versus Griselda Perez, 25-02701.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jen Wilburn, P83143 for plaintiff.
Okay, today was the date scheduled for a motion to set aside a default judgment. Ms. Perez appeared to the court on the 14th and filed a motion to set aside default. She said she was not aware of the last court date that I was still had the right to speak on my behalf for this case. I did not leave until I was handed another paper, which I thought was my next court date. Due to the misunderstanding, I would like to hold off on the decision so that I can speak with the judge. I'm not 100% clear on what decision you're holding off on though, ma'am. What decision are you talking about?
Okay. I'm sorry. So that again is misunderstanding. So I thought that was a decision made when I came back to court, and I had spoke with you about filing the motion. I definitely was not, I guess, understanding
I'm going to do running conjugation camp as we proceed.
clearly on what was going on. I really was confused as to what the paper was stating, and that is why I ended up showing up on the 14th when I didn't actually have a court date. But I do want to take it back and fill you in on some things if you're all right with that. It'll only take me like a few minutes. Okay, so I first moved into Carolina Flats February 21st. I paid March 7th for my rent, and I also paid April 3rd for my rent. I was taken to court on 5/3 through 5/15 around that time for rent, for non-payment of rent. But the original court paper I got said that I was only paid up till March, which I do have proof of that I have paid up not only April, but I have proof that I had paid into May, which was majority of my rent for May. But that's where I'm confused at as to how they're giving me an eviction for the month of May when I was supposed to be on a flex payment. So that means that my payments were supposed to be broken up into 2 payments for the month to be paid in full. They processed my eviction notice before I could even make my second payment for the month. And not only that, but they unlawfully changed my locks somewhere between 5/17 and 5/23. I never got a notice of them changing my locks. Still to this day, I have no notice that they changed the locks. They left my door unlocked. I have gotten no keys from them. I had to go purchase another deadbolt for my lock, and I had to get I don't know what the thing is called. I think it's a door stopper to like secure the door for my back door. Nothing else has been fixed in my unit either. I had a broken window since like the second week I moved in, and it's just me and my girls. I had to go about that myself with getting it fixed. And luckily, you know, I was able to fix that myself because there was just a shooting outside my back door and it's just me and my girls. Again, that window has been broken since like the second week since I moved in. I've contacted them about it. They said they were going to replace it. I have not gotten that replaced. There's a couple other things that I had not gotten fixed. I do have a longer list of things that did not get fixed. Some of them I did put tickets in for, some of them I did not. And then with all this going on, like during the wrongful eviction, it has caused a mental breakdown and I was forced to resign from my job. I'm having anxiety attacks and I'm just really stressed out because I'm so confused as to how I'm being evicted when I've been paid up this whole time. And now I'm not due to this whole situation just snowballing. And now I'm being charged for court fees as well that I believe that I do not owe, especially because I feel like I'm being wrongly evicted. I also have been trying to seek help. I've applied to DHS for help. I've got my decision letters. They denied me. I have tried reaching out to other parties such as St. Vincent, other local charities, Advent House, St. Gerard's. I've just been looking into like just other places to try to help me pay up towards what they're saying I owe, which
anxiety leads to constipation
because they have been trying to overcharge me since the second month I had been here. Let's see. And then, and then the last time I had came to court, like I was telling you, I did speak with their lawyer. I had asked him to give me a minute because I was having anxiety. And when I went back into the courtroom, he had given me a piece of paper and told me that I could leave. When I was leaving, I heard him say that it doesn't matter anyways because he had already told you guys, forgive my language, but that I didn't give a crap, which is not at all the case because I came back in after I had spoke with him.
Honey, that's not nearly as bad as your conjugation. Carry on.
But I wasn't able to speak with you because I think you had already left. So that is why I filed the motion because I definitely wanted to speak on my behalf. I did speak with legal aid and they did tell me that that I have a case, but for some reason they wouldn't take it. And again, of course, like the unlawfully coming into my home, and I still to this day do not have any type of notice from them for the locks. But I am definitely trying to prepare myself for whatever happens next. I don't feel comfortable living here anymore due to just not feeling safe in my own home. Again, it's just me and my two girls. I've been calling.
Judge, I have just one question on cross.
Ma'am, are you a whore? I object to the relevance of that, Your Honor.
Zachary Beckett.
All
right. What?
I'll tie it up real quick, Judge.
All right, go ahead.
You're not a whore?
Yeah, I'm looking into other ways to get help with this. And I feel like I don't deserve an eviction. And I feel because of this, I don't.
You deserve some free rent and a participation trophy for sure. For sure. But I don't know if we can accommodate that here.
Believe an eviction would be right. I'm willing to move out without an eviction and pay what I do owe them because I'm not in denial that I don't owe them, especially now with things snowballing. And I believe they broke the lease contract when they changed my locks. That I feel like is a breach of contract. So I don't feel like I should be evicted. Like I don't feel like I should have the eviction on my record.
Thank you for explaining that. Counsel, did you want to respond?
Briefly, Judge.
Thank you for sharing.
From my understanding, if I heard correctly, she agrees rent is owed. At this point, it looks like May, June, and July are outstanding. In the motion, I don't see that there is good cause or a meritorious defense outlined. I did speak to my client who is present in the courtroom. There are no outstanding work orders, and I believe Ms. Perez even admitted she did not place work orders for everything. My client can't address.
Oh, no good cause or meritorious defense. This sounds like a heartless attorney applying the law to the situation.
Something that they don't know about. As far as the locks, my client is looking into that. That's the first my client is hearing of it. But ultimately, I didn't hear good cause or a meritorious defense, which are required to set aside the judgment.
Thank you. I recognize that her filing does not necessarily outline good cause or meritorious defense. However, the court has found good cause and meritorious defense, and I'll explain here on the record why. Ms. Perez appeared to the court previously on her scheduled pretrial date. When she appeared for a pretrial date, it was via Zoom. I believe she was in a car. I was unclear based on how she presented herself as if she was coherent or maybe under the influence. I ordered her to appear immediately in person, to which she did. She showed up immediately. The court officer greeted her and identified that she was ill. And because of that, I gave her a next court date and sent her away because she was ill. The day of her hearing, Ms. Perez did not appear on time. And the person that appeared in court, which was not you, Ms. Wilburn, requested a default judgment. As I was signing the default judgment, and it was only 10 minutes late, just for the record, Ms. Perez walked into the courtroom with, I believe, her mother. I told the attorney, she's here now, you need to go speak with her. She and the attorney stepped out shortly thereafter, and I'm sitting waiting on the bench. The attorney comes back, tells me that she said, forget this, or other language to that effect, and that she left. I then immediately found it to be odd, because why would she come all the way here for a hearing with her mother? And then when she steps out to talk to you, she says, forget this, and she walks off. And so I was not advised that she was given a piece of paper or that she returned back to the court and was told that she should leave or that it didn't matter. That is inappropriate. And so last week, Tuesday, when I was running my city ordinance docket, she appeared in my courtroom. I couldn't remember exactly her name. I couldn't remember her name at all. I just vaguely remembered her face. I asked my court officer who it was. My court officer at the time did almost the same thing that the attorney did. She shooed Ms. Perez away, told her she didn't have a court date today. But my question was, what was the lady's name? Because I assumed she wasn't on my docket, because my docket for that morning was done. And I assume she's here because she needs some assistance. And I asked a question because I wanted that answer. When I finally got her name, I told my court officer to get her back in here. I believe security had to track her down before she left the premise. She returned to the court. She indicated that she was provided a paper from whoever represented the Cox Law Firm at that time, that paper had maybe an email on it and a date on it. And she believed that when that date was for the 14th, she believed that was the day she was supposed to appear back in court to talk to the judge. So she appeared a second time, showing that she thought this was the day because he sent me away the other day I was here. I don't know why the attorney would not have allowed.
I can't even follow what this judge is on about. You're telling me that the attorney is responsible for handholding their opposition into court when they haven't paid? Tell me if I'm missing something. That's what I'm getting from this speech. That's insanity. I don't work in this romper room. I don't deal with this crap like this. My opposing counsel will be some well-paid guy from Zurich, North America. And if he screws up, that's between him and the judge. It's not my problem to explain it to him, or vice versa. I can't even relate to this crap.
Allowed the court or my court staff to be made aware that she had came back or that she stepped away because there was some anxiety or whatever's going on. I don't know why that information was there. I can only ascertain that because he had already gotten a default signed, that he wanted that default to be entered. And I find that to be problematic. She's made statements here on the record today that she does agree that she owes some rent, but that she believes that she's disputing the amount and that her rent should have been paid, I guess, in part, one portion per month, one portion of the month and another portion at another part of the month. The concern or question about locks being changed is ridiculous, if true, that someone would go and change her locks and that she doesn't have a copy of a key. I don't know anything about the condition of the property issue. She didn't really go into detail. I would agree that if there was conditions of the property that the landlord should have been notified of it. But I think the way she was treated by a counsel from the Cox Law Firm the first time, including her dispute about the amount she actually owes and the concern about the security in the property being that her locks were changed and she's not been provided a copy of the lock warrants a meritorious defense. And so the default set aside, this matter will be set for hearing.
Thank you, Judge. Will the court provide notice or are we going to get a date now?
I'm gonna get you a date right now.
Okay.
August 13th at 2. August 13th at 2. And Ms. Perez, you do not leave the building when you appear unless the court tells you you're all set.
Yes, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record?
But if you do, and you blow off what I suggest that you do, then you will absolutely win in court, and I will assume everything in your favor. And I will hold up another citizen's property for as long as it takes, assuming that everything you say is correct, even though you admit that you don't pay rent. So just keep all that in mind before you do anything else.
Nothing from me, Judge. Just to confirm, that's in person, correct?
That is in person at the court.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set.
I do have a question, Your Honor.
Yes.
Should I continue to look for alternate housing?
If she gives her legal advice here, I swear to God, I'm going to lose my mind.
That's up to you, ma'am. You can, and I don't know if you appeared or actually saw the video last time you were here that went over your rights. There are certain rights that you have as part of an eviction proceeding. And then you also have certain ways that you can resolve this matter. And this matter can be resolved in a number of ways. You can get a conditional dismissal. You can proceed to a trial. You can have a hearing and the court make a decision as to whether or not you're going to be evicted, or you can enter judgment by consent. You can talk to Ms. Wilburn privately and try to see if you all can work this matter out. If you do, you can put it on the record for the court and we don't have to proceed with this any further. And resolving it could even include you coming to a resolution about when you will vacate. But that's up to you all if you want to resolve it, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, and so I'm assuming you want to, do you want to meet with her now or you want to wait? I don't know.
I'll wait. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you in person on August 13th.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would lose my mind if a judge pulled that crap on me. If I went to discuss something with an opposing party after court and they walk off on me, and I represent that as an officer of the court, that's what effing happened. And if you suggest it isn't what happened, we got a problem.
Can you remove her, please? Jaleesa Jones versus Elite Professional, 25-01992. State your name for the record, please.
Jaleesa Jones.
Jaleesa Jones. Yes, ma'am. You are Elite, representative for Elite Professional?
Yeah, Elite Professional Management. I'm Jennifer Albert.
Okay, this is a small claims appeal. Let's see here. Is this a claim about non-payment of a security deposit? Is that what it says?
Yes.
Okay. Have a seat for now. I'm just reviewing this. Okay, this is your case. You
I'm
can
good.
begin your proofs, ma'am. Your case, you're bringing the lawsuit for return of your security deposit, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I'm a little confused.
Yes.
Because this is an appeal.
yeah, but it's de novo. That means it starts all over.
Okay, gotcha. So I moved into the unit, June 1st, 2023. And, I stayed there for almost 2 years. I moved out February. I had all these. February 13th was my move out date.
February 13th of which year? This year?
Of 2020. Yes, ma'am.
February 13th, 2025?
Yes, ma'am. I gave my 30-day notice 30 days before February 13th. I did the walkthrough and I was never given an itemized list. I contacted them multiple times, which I have documentation for this, asking for, the prorated amount of rent. Because that's where all this started from. Before I sent my 30-day notice, I spoke with Tanya, which I guess is now their previous representative. I spoke with her when I gave my 30-day notice, and I asked her, since I'm moving out in the middle of the month, how much will the rent be? Won't it be prorated? She first told me that it would be the whole amount of rent. And I'm like, well, I'm not staying. She said, well, you know what? I'm going to find out for you. So time goes by and I contacted them a few more times. And then when the February 5th came around and I spoke with Tanya, and then I sent the email as well asking for the rental amount. Like, what is the prorated amount so I can be done with this? I kept getting the runaround, I kept emailing them. I never got the amount. So I leave out And I let them know that, I'm out of the unit, it's cleared out, what about my security deposit? And they told me there's a walkthrough. We did the walkthrough. And then after that, I still heard nothing from them. After we did the walkthrough, I gave them their key. I kept emailing them, asking them what's the prorated amount for rent? When will I be getting my security deposit? I have every single, at least 10 of those. And I heard nothing back up until I had to get an attorney, and they sent them a letter, and I have emails for that as well. Sent them a letter asking them for 2 times the amount of rent at this point. And that's when they sent my attorney an itemized list and said that they did it on a certain day, and all these charges of damage or stuff that I did, which I did not. And I have pictures of that as well. That's where we're at. Sorry, I was under the assumption, but
Under what assumption, man?
I thought that since they were appealing it, that they just
come on.
Right, and I just had to dispute them. So I had everything in the first one, but now I don't. So I'm kind of a little thrown off.
What did you have in the first one that you don't have now? I'm not following what you're saying.
I had a breakdown of the dates, everything, each form of communication. Yeah, even my paperwork was set in a certain order. So. But that's pretty much why we're here.
Okay. How much was your security deposit?
It was $11.95, I believe.
$11.95. So that's what you're suing for, $11.95?
I'm suing for 2 times the amount of rent because they didn't give me my itemized list within 30 days after our walkthrough, according to Michigan law.
That is typical. All these landlord-tenant ordinances will have little provisions like that for double or treble damages on little provisions, and the landlords need to know it. They need to know that crap, or they're going to get stung.
And you say you have some text message communications?
Yes, ma'am. I have. When I first, my first documented communication to Tanya about a few things that were wrong, including the time I spoke with her on the 4th, as we spoke briefly about rental.
Which month?
That was February
of this year.
Of this year.
And Tanya is the person that you're saying used to be there, and it's now.
That's who I dealt with from the beginning when I first moved in. It's Tanya. That's all.
And Tanya's no longer there, is what you're saying?
That's what they said last.
Yeah, I see in the chat. I don't know what she's doing, but she's making sense. This first one, so far, she's doing a good job with her claim.
That's with the magistrate.
Oh, okay, got it.
That may fall apart, but for the moment, she's doing well.
What other proofs do you have, ma'am?
All right, and then I also have, in defense of the damages, when I finally got the itemized list, in defense of that, I have my pictures on how I left the unit, and basically that's the last part. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel like I have to, they lost the right to do that because they didn't send me the itemized list. They didn't respond back to my emails asking them profusely for the prorated rental amount. So now, since we are here and they never gave it to me, it's past the 30 days, and they forfeit that quote unquote damage that they say I did.
I don't know. I mean, she took pictures of what she did, but she said I didn't have the list, so I couldn't go by it. She's making the argument they waived their right. I don't know if that's true or not. I would have to look at the statute, but it's a rational thing to say. It's a reasonable thing to suggest.
When did they notify you of this alleged damage, you said?
It was when I got my email from So April 10th, I sent the email to the attorney, sent the email to them. And then I got the response back, I believe, April 20th. But I have that here, though. I just have to get through all these pictures.
Yeah, if you can take some time to organize that for me, because I'm gonna have you give it to me, but I want to organize that way, okay?
Definitely do that. Yes, ma'am. That's true. That's my contact. Issues. I think I have everything now as far, did you want every single piece of the,
Everything that you want me to consider in support of your claim that you are owed $11.95 times 2.
so, these are all the communications I have. These are just the communications that I have stating of the old rent.
And you've seen these already, ma'am?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so the first thing I see here is a email. It looks like it's going to someone by the name of Tanya on February 5th, and that's of this year, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You were indicating that the heat's not working, that you have it on 84 and it's not going past 66. It's 27 degrees tonight and we are double layering to make sure we don't get cold. And you attached a picture for reference. The ceiling is not fixed. I put a tarp over it. When you have had someone come and pull that drooping ceiling that was filled with water down back in the beginning of December, no one has ever reached back out about this. Can you explain that?
Yes, this ceiling fell on my 6-year-old son. This big hole, that is the top, as soon as you walk in my home, into my room, it fell on my, parts of it fell on my son, and then they had someone come and pull the rest of it down out of a bathroom that literally never worked the whole time I was there. But when it finally worked, it caused the water to droop.
So the bathroom is in your unit, but is that yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And you never accessed or you could never use that bathroom, you're saying?
We never were able to use the bathroom from the moment I moved in. Until finally they fixed it, which caused finally this.
Okay,
we
so
could use it eventually.
So this ceiling was underneath that.
Yes, ma'am.
What is this? What are these two pictures?
This is just the tarp I had to put on there because they just had someone pull it from December 9th all the way up until the time I left. And the lady told me at the magistrate that it's still a hole in the wall. A hole.
So they came and removed the remaining portions of the falling ceiling, left it open, and you had to carpet?
Yes, ma'am. From December 9th until I left out of 2024 up until I left out February 13th, 2025.
Okay, can you get those pictures to me?
And this is a 6 by 6 foot hole in the wall.
What area of the house was this in again?
As soon as you walk in the door, it's a room
It's going to require a lot of cock.
to the right, and then there's like an office area that I used while I worked.
Okay.
It's right there, like walking into my room through the into the living room.
Okay. Let's see. Then it says on Tuesday, February 4th, which would be the day before you sent this email, we spoke briefly about a rental payment since I will be moving out on the 13th of February. I asked if there will be a prorated amount since I will not be here the whole month. You stated you will get back to me by the end of the day. I understand you have a lot going on, so I figured I would email you on this for reference. I want to ensure that I am closing this chapter with you, all leaving nothing left to handle on my end. I also do not want to have a late fee added on, hence the reason for my reaching out. I want to make sure funds for my time living here, these 13 days are paid, making me qualified for my security or my deposit back. Number 4, quick note, the bathroom, as you know, has only been used a total of 4 months in my almost 2 years of renting here, which it seems it is what led to the ceiling leaking in December 2024, when the bathroom was finally fixed and able to be used and was unusable due to it causing a leaky ceiling. So we have not used it per usual, but we also still have the loud noise that comes on when only the light in there is switched on, including video for reference. Explain that, please.
When you turn on the light, when I first moved in, I turned on the light and it made this really loud screeching sound. And when we did the walkthrough, she took note of it, but nothing ever happened with it. And then when you flush the toilet, it made a really loud sound. That's why I couldn't, and it wouldn't flush.
This is the bathroom that's above the hole?
Yes, ma'am. So that's what it's in reference to. Like, it's still that sound, like it's still not fixed, and that was like storage. So we kept like our extra towels and like blankets and stuff in there. So whenever they would turn on the light, it would be a loud noise. And my son, my baby, he's scared of it. So I just threw that in there, like, y'all fix it.
And there was a video. Okay, in conclusion, I am not sure if the ceiling and the bathroom matter much in my case due to me leaving in 8 days, but I would like for someone to possibly come out here and look at the heat, as these next few days are going to be pretty cold, and also a conclusion to our conversation about the rental payment. And then looks like the 17th. So at this point, you're out of the property, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. It looks like it's an email from you to the person identified as Tanya. I wanted to inform you that 311 Rumsey Ave, apartment 1 is all cleared. I moved out on the 13th of February, as we previously discussed. The home is all cleared out. I also wanted to touch bases with you about that rental amount I've been emailing you and calling about. I would like to complete this as soon as possible, as we can all move forward. Furthermore, I'm giving you my forwarding address.
Having some watermelon sent to me by Food Fairy. I'm not kidding.
For my security deposit, you provide the forwarding address. Please let me know how we will settle February 2025's rental payment and when to expect my security deposit. Thank you, smiley face. Looks like on the 17th, thank you for your email. I would like that you respond.
That was the first response.
It's cut off. It looks like I would like to SC and then it got cut off. So I don't know what she's saying. And then I see your response
I
here.
really am.
Tomorrow is fine. So I'm assuming maybe she's trying to schedule something. I
Yes,
wasn't
ma'am.
aware of rent. I wasn't aware of the rent until Key returned, but thanks for making me aware. I look forward to walk through tomorrow. Are you able to call me or text me when you are on the way, as I'll be working and have to find coverage for that time? And she says, you'll be arriving for the walkthrough at 12:45 p.m. We will provide you with a 20-minute heads up prior to the arrival. I don't have what she said in response, but you're referencing something about rent. What's that about?
It should be in. Second, it should be in there because it's not in here. Called you again, that's February 8th.
Let me move on here. Tomorrow is fine. Okay, and then her next response also on the 17th. I read that one. Okay, it looks like another response on the 17th says, thank you for your email. I would like to schedule a move out walkthrough and pick
I haven't gotten a bill from her, Jacqueline.
There we go.
and key pickup at your convenience. Oh, this is the one that was missing. Got it. I am available tomorrow, February 18th, between 10 and 1. Please let me know if that time works for you. Please note, you will be charged rent until the keys are returned. Okay, and you will also be responsible for the prorated rent for February. Okay, so they agree it's going to be prorated. If you have any questions or need to discuss another time, feel free to reach out. Looking forward to hearing from you. And so you had your walkthrough on the 18th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there's an email on the 20th to Tanya. Hello, I've been calling to get an exact amount of the rent due for the prorated amount of February. Last time I called on the 19th of February, I was told that you will call me back by the end of the day. Can you let me know? An update soon. I would love to get this taken care of as soon as possible. Thank you. February 24th, another email for prorated amount. Hello, sending another email as it has been over a week since I last called and was told that the amount is not known right now. I called today and left a voicemail and then called back and spoke with one of the front desk people. After placing me on hold, he came back to the phone and stated that my case is being passed to accounting and they will contact me no later than tomorrow. I look forward to hearing from you. And then this looks like a draft letter from April. Draft letter. This letter will not be mailed until we have approval.
Yeah, that was the attorney sending me, telling me, is it okay to like send that letter out?
Oh, to them. Okay.
Yes, to them. Because I still didn't hear anything back. So.
Food Fairy is a person.
This was in April, he sent in a letter, but you got in
Beyond that, Food Fairy is actually a Karen.
February.
Yes, ma'am. Then they responded back April 20th. Itemized list. Right.
Not a cranky one. Legitimate one.
Your security deposit says 1175 or 1195.
It's 1175.
Oh,
I apologize.
I think that was wrong.
All right, I'll stop. I have no idea why, but I moved into the neighborhood here a while back, and Food Fairy adopted me. There were no proceedings. I didn't show up in court. It just happened, and then I get food.
I have something from Elite Professional move out sheet. It says date mailed with 2/19/25. Pre-deposit actual rent amount due at move out.
Oh, I
So
don't
it's saying that
deserve
you
it.
owed $513 at the time you moved out.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's the prorated amount you were asking for that they
Yes,
claimed it? Okay. Let's see. Attached for physical damage to property. It says several holes. Nickel core size in bathroom. Photos attached. It's really small. I'm trying to read it. Bedroom 1, many holes on walls and ceiling. Holes in the ceiling? I guess I should ask them about that now. Okay, let's see, bedroom 2, area next to window. There's one large hole. Looks like left stove extremely dirty. Stove was new. Is what they're saying. It says left 3 appliances in basement to remove. So they're saying $705. And something total unpaid old charges. I don't know what that is. So essentially they're saying they owe you $43. Okay, and then there's a letter from the Jennifer Owens attached, our office. Received your letter, April 16, 2015. Looks like this, I'm trying to figure out when this response came through, but looks like maybe this was April 17th-ish.
The suspense is terrible.
Any other evidence you have?
I do. In the email she sent me, she stated that I was disgusting, which she spelled wrong, but I have pictures of the day when I did move in. I have pictures and a checklist of when I moved in and how disgusting it actually was. And then I also have pictures of when I left and how nice it looked when I left. There's that, and then I think those are all the documents.
So you moved out on the 13th of February. Your position is that you notified them within 4 days by the 17th of the forwarding address, that you maintained regular communication. You did a walkthrough.
Yes,
Did
ma'am.
anybody highlight anything during the walkthrough to you?
She did not, except the things that were not fixed in the beginning.
Okay, and then you didn't get any response until after April 17th.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have pictures?
Yes. These are the pictures, oh my goodness, before I moved in. You can see the dates on there as well. And then these are the pictures after, how the place looked after I moved out.
You spent good money on these parts and see, let's see here. This is supposed to be before you, or when you moved in?
That was when, sorry, that was my my office in my school area.
Okay, but this picture was taken on the 23rd?
Yeah, that's just showing how pretty it looks. Sorry, that was not supposed to be in there. Those
And that's
right there-
fine. What I'm saying is that this was February 23rd, 2024 though, correct?
2024.
2024, sorry, thank you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this was a year before you moved out.
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what this is?
That right there is a picture I took of, I guess the walls. It's like to show how I'm leaving out. I don't know if
Okay,
that's
so
the
this is
before or
pictures you're taking as you left the property.
after. Yes.
Got it. And this is supposed to be a picture of the
Clean
refrigerator?
refrigerator, yes, ma'am. That they said was disgusting and hire a special cleaning for it, but that's what they said, special cleaning. I don't see where.
What is this?
That right there is another picture showing one of the units that they said. That's one of the
One of the
rooms.
bedrooms?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Clear.
This looks like a bathroom. This is not the bathroom that didn't work though, is it?
I believe, yes, ma'am, that is the bathroom that did not work.
Okay,
Clean that as well.
okay. And this is,
That is just another picture of a clear room from a different angle. That's the second bedroom upstairs.
okay, and this was the stove?
Yes, ma'am, that had to have a special cleaning.
Okay, let's see.
That she stated.
Stairs. So you took pictures before you joined the walkthrough? Is that what this is?
No, I took pictures before I left. I didn't take
Before
pictures.
you left, got it.
Yes, ma'am.
And so there was a, it looked like,
Another picture.
there's a air conditioning unit there. Is that yours?
Yep, but I took it with me. I
Oh,
just
okay.
hurried up and snapped the pictures because we were gonna grab it.
Got it. So essentially you're showing that what you're attempting to show in these pictures is that you live in a property in room set condition.
Yes, ma'am. It was way better than when I got it. And you'll see that. The next set.
There's a lot of pictures here. Okay, I don't know what this is.
That one is just one of the holes in the walls when I first moved in. If you look at the date on
Oh,
there,
okay.
that's affected the
2023.
ceiling.
Oh, there was a hole in 2023.
Yes, ma'am, when I first moved in.
Okay, and so, got it. And then these are from 2023.
Yes, ma'am, just showing the dirt and the grime.
And this is the bathroom, I'm assuming, is this the one that didn't work?
No, that's the one, the only one that worked.
Oh.
That was what I moved into on the first, as you can see.
It almost looks like the one that didn't work looked better than this one. But
Okay.
I don't see the whole picture.
Sorry.
What is this?
That right there shows the burn hole, like the burns on the sink.
In the
I first moved
bathroom,
in.
like
Yes,
someone
ma'am.
had a curling iron or something?
Or something. I just didn't want them to say it was me. So,
Oh, so you took these, I see the dates,
yes.
June 1st, June 12th, you said you moved in the property June 1st, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see here.
That was another picture of the thing coming off the wall a little bit because it would fall and it was really
Okay.
dirty.
And it looks, I don't know if you pulled the refrigerator out, is that dirt
If you-
behind the refrigerator?
Yes, ma'am, you're gonna get more. But if you look, that's where she called me disgusting. It's the same exact stain that I didn't clean the outside. I cleaned the inside of the refrigerator when I first moved in, but it's the same one that she called me disgusting
These are
on.
from June 2023.
Yes, ma'am. I moved it out the way. It was rat poop all behind there. I had to clean it and move the unit. Yes, and that's some more dirt. And there's no handle on that door.
Okay, I was gonna say, what is this, a door?
Yes, ma'am. No handle on
What
the
are
door.
the
They never
spots on
fixed
the
it.
door? What is that?
I mean, seriously, people, get a YouTube channel.
Those look like holes.
That's what I was thinking. Are those holes of some sort?
Right. And that was when I first moved in.
I don't deserve it.
Okay, looks like, I don't know what this is.
That right there is just showing some of the damage so they wouldn't say it was me when
Got
I
it.
first moved in.
Apparently, this is going to work. She's credible to the core. She's done a good job throughout. She's taken pictures when she moved in. She took pictures when she moved out. When she said that she called her nasty, she actually can document what the hell she's talking about. This is a fantastic job by a person who just read the statute, has some sense, and showed up to court prepared.
And explain this picture.
Oh, that picture is showing the glass
It can happen, but it's rare.
that fell on my 6-year-old son when I first moved in too, but he was actually 4 going on 5 and it cut him.
Glass fall from where?
It's a window in the office area.
Okay.
It fell on him and when he went to lift it, it's glass underneath there.
That's more glass.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So when I told them they had somebody come out and fix it, but instead they sealed it shut. We couldn't get out of it.
Okay.
And literally, you can just tell by attitude. She has a normal affect. She's intelligent. She makes sense. One thought follows the other. She isn't being nasty to people. Literally, you can just listen to the tone if you don't even understand English and think that woman probably makes sense.
You saw these pictures first, ma'am?
No, but I've seen them with you now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can send them down for you to see if you need to.
That's okay.
Okay. All right. Any other proofs, ma'am?
No, ma'am, other than the 6 by 6 foot hole in the ceiling.
We have those pictures.
Yes, ma'am, that they charged me $150 for those small holes per room was $150 in an itemized list. I don't understand how that is that much versus this 6 by 6 big old hole that never got fixed that fell on my son. So those were the end of it. These were just the hole again. That's
thank you. We can make your defense.
Okay. So first off, I never called her disgusting. They were talking about, and it wasn't even me that wrote that down.
I don't think it was, you weren't there yet though, were you?
No, I was not.
Can you
I
give your
never
name
called her
again?
that. I'm Jennifer Oliver.
Jennifer Oliver.
Yeah, so they marked disgusting the person that was doing it for the interior of the stove and the outside of this refrigerator. They were just making notes. They weren't referring to her at all. They were just saying the disgusting.
I recognize that, but I can also
Okay.
see if I moved out of a unit and then I get a itemized list with that note on it, that I might assume that there's.
That's why I'm clearing the air. It was not anything referenced towards her. I also have pictures.
My God, this one's reasonable too. Saying we didn't refer to that, not in a fighting way, but like I understand why she would be upset, and I'm not like knocking her, but that's not what we meant. And then the judge is being reasonable about it. This does not belong on my channel.
From our move out that I want to submit to you. What I am referencing as far as the damages, we did not 100% charge her for anything that, and what
Did you
she's talking
send her an
about.
itemized list within 30 days?
We did,
Here's
yes.
the proof.
That's the thing, we just sent it by regular mail. the way we've always
Did
done
you
it.
work there at the
Yeah.
time?
Yes,
And you were the person who sent out the itemized list?
correct.
Then you sent an itemized list by regular mail, and did it come back to you undeliverable?
It did.
I was distracted by the feast that Food Fairy sent over here. I just got into the beginning of it so far.
Not.
Okay. How long have you worked here?
Your Honor, I'm the owner, so.
Oh, you're the owner. Who is Tanya?
Tanya she's been with me for like 5-6 years, but she was an elderly lady that worked for me and she recently retired.
How many people do you have work there?
About 8 people.
Okay, about 8 people. Like in an office? 8 people in an office?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. How many properties do you own? Just random.
2,000.
Okay.
Managed, not owned.
Do you think I believe that you sent the itemized list yourself?
I do send those.
Oh. Did you appear for the walkthrough?
No, I did not.
Okay, so how did you do an itemized list if you weren't at the walkthrough?
I took the report and the pictures and we did it because the reason why is because, she, for her lease, is supposed to pay the entire 30. She mentioned it herself. And she asked for a proration instead. So they came to me. That's why I did it. But the damages to the property, they were not just a couple holes. They were very extensive. You can look at the photos and see there was.
As extensive as the hole in the ceiling?
We made that hole bigger because we told her it had to dry out in order for us to put the new drywall up after the repair.
And didn't close up the hole or tarp it or anything like that?
No, they actually told us to leave it open.
Okay, but she was living in a unit that had an inoperable bathroom, a leak that caused deterioration to the ceiling that leaves a gaping hole in the ceiling where pieces of the ceiling have fallen on her child.
Again.
Did she just say child's? I'm sorry. That's bad. That's just bad.
When you're talking about pictures of a hole in the wall, you have pictures of these holes?
Yeah, I gave it to you.
Oh, these, I don't see pictures. I see black dots that you put on here.
Well, you can see the holes.
I can't see the hole because the
Won't let it
picture
happen
has circles and then there's a black dot in the circle with the pin.
No, ma'am, those were, I circled, we started circling, you can look at the other pictures too.
Fell on her children's. No, her child's. What part of fell on her child's you don't understand? It's so bad.
There's lots of holes.
If you, so I don't know if you know anything about evidence. If you take a picture and then you alter it, I can't use it. I need a picture that shows me the whole
About as much as you do about English, Judge.
and not you put in a circle and put a dot here, because all I can see is a circle and a dot. Okay. Same with this one. This one has, it looks like pin scratches here. And then 3 or some odd dots here with a whole bunch of writing. That doesn't help me see that she left a hole here. You lifted up the bottom of
That's the inside.
range.
That's the inside of it.
Inside of what?
The range.
Okay, so the top, and you pull this up, and then she's being charged $75 because this happened under the stove?
It's inside.
Or you
the
attempted
stove.
to?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other proofs you have?
No, ma'am.
Judgment in favor of the plaintiff. I don't believe, number one, that this is my honest, wholehearted opinion. I don't believe that you have 2,000 properties and that you are sending itemized letters yourself when you have 8 employees. I believe someone else is responsible for that. I also don't believe that you have any proof that she had holes in the wall, but even if you did, I don't think that she received an itemized letter within the time frame she was supposed to. This is based off of the history that she's provided, and I read through it on the record so that we all have the same understanding. She's reaching out to your employee, your agent, multiple times, for information about what the prorated amount was going to be. That's the first thing. And every response I've seen is always someone's going to get right back to you. Do not talk over me, or else I won't even make further record. So she's asking for information. She's not even getting a response, and she's getting told someone's going to call her by the end of the day. And then obviously that's not happening because she's got to go back and get that information even further. She sets up the walkthrough the way she's supposed to. Her testimony, which I find to be credible, was that no one identified any issues to her during the walkthrough. To the contrary, I see pictures of the condition of the unit when she moved in. I can see her pictures she doesn't mark up her pictures. You're not supposed to mark up your pictures because you alter the evidence. I can see here holes in the wall when she moved in. I can see other damage, including broken vent covers is what it appears to be, some deterioration in a bathroom shower, burn marks on a countertop in the bathroom. I can see a lot of dirt that I'm assuming had to clean up if she lived there. And the item that you are showing me under the stove, I think is normal wear and tear of a stove. I didn't see dirt under there. It looked like it was dark. You get some cleaner and you clean it off. But the pictures that she's showing shows that she left this property in broom swept condition and that she did not get a response, even after she reached out multiple times, awaiting a response, being told, oh, it's being sent to accounting. Let's find that email.
Your Honor, may I ask a question?
Not right now. Okay. looking for the email that suggests that the matter was being forwarded to accounting.
From February 24th, you think?
February 24th. I messed up the roll of these at this point. Is there any more from February 24th? I put something. I see February 20th. Oh, here we go. On February 24th, she sends an email and says she's sending another email. This after multiple emails, because it's been over a week since she last called about the amount that she's supposed to pay. And she is concerned about security deposit. She said after placing me on hold, the person she spoke with said her case has been passed to accounting and that they will contact her no later than tomorrow. You want me to believe that you sent her a letter on February 19th? On the 24th, which is after the 19th, she's being told that her stuff is being passed to accounting. So I don't find credibility in your statement. Judgment in favor of the plaintiff for $2,004.50. I'm sorry, I'm gonna produce an order in just a minute. I want to make sure I give them back the correct documents. These are her documents.
Pro se win.
I want to say something real quick. I stayed in that house the last 2 years of my degree, and my bachelor's degree. And I was on assistant, Section 8, all that. But I graduated and I am off all assistants, and I got a better house, a better car, and I got a promotion at my job. So
congratulations.
I really appreciate closing this.
A sincere, non-sarcastic clap. That is fantastic. And I mean it.
Chapter. It means a lot.
It appears that you tried to do your best to close the chapter via the email. I think you put that in the emails, actually. Get them a copy.
It was in there. Yeah, it was. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Take care.
There you have it. I don't know why I got cranky in the middle. Well, actually, I do know why I got cranky. The judge jumped to a bunch of conclusions, in my opinion, although she knows more than I do, so maybe I'm wrong. I absolutely loved her yesterday or the day before, whatever. We did a long one, and I absolutely loved her hammering both the landlord for not giving the name, and the tenants for just being, scum, basically. I absolutely loved it, but I was not a big fan of how she handled the first hearing. The second hearing, I'm not sure. I'm not close enough to it. I actually found both parties reasonable. I think the renter did a really good job, but I think, I don't know. But the landlords didn't strike me as terrible either. They struck me as reasonable. That might have been the right thing. I wasn't paying close enough attention to say. But it within the realm of reason. So there you have it. It was a lot of fun. That's the way it is. This way, that's one of the things. Sometimes, like with these judges, I don't really want to talk to them. One of the people I was thinking about having on is Judge Manning, because I absolutely love Judge Manning. But I'm waiting for her to retire. And I thought she did, but then we had one the other day. So anyway, and I don't know that she would come on my show. I don't know. I know she's cool. I know from behind the scenes. But here's the thing. I never want to talk to these judges, especially if they continue to stream, because if they do something stupid, I just want to be able to say that was stupid. That doesn't mean I hate them. You see it with Simpson. I get really cranky with Simpson, but generally I really like Judge Simpson. This one I was back and forth on in the last 2 days. By the way, none of this is any different. You're just happen to see me reacting to court cases. I've been doing this for 30 years. This is the way I feel about judges that I appear before. Some of them I'm like, oh, you know, this guy's really good. And I'm like, what? And then a judge that I think is good and very reasonable. And, you know, we'll make a ruling. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? That doesn't mean I hate him. I'm just like, I don't agree with this ruling. I like literally, like, even forget about on my case. Of course, you're always a little attached to your own case. I'll be sitting in court and the case in front of me gets called and I'll listen to it. And I'm like, what the hell kind of ruling is that, judge? To a judge I like. It's the way it is. Like, nobody's perfect, but like at the end of the day, I like to keep it straight. I like to just be able to say what I want to say. Because that's what's kind of fun here. This ultimately, this channel is therapy for me from years of biting my tongue and not being able to say what I want to say. Because I can't in my own cases, because I'm an officer of the court and I'm representing somebody, and my, you know, opinion may affect a client. So I'm not free to speak as I would like. I'm there in a professional capacity with very limited range of input. I mean, it's still awesome. Don't worry. I still squeeze awesome into that limited range because I'm a professional. All right. Might be time for me to go. Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all soon.